But tell me, just what is it that you want to do?
Well, we want to be free. We want to be free to do what we want to do. We want to be free to ride. We want to be free to ride our machines without being hassled by the man. And we want to get loaded. And we want to have a good time. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a party.
Welcome to another shit show on the Biker's Lifestyle Podcast with your host, Dirty and Tank. And we are away.
Rock and roll. Shall we fire up these fucking not Cubans?
They're actually Cuban rejects.
Cuban rejects.
Cuban rejects.
Oh.
Cuba has two grades of cigars. Like
Yeah.
they use them or they get rid of them. There's no like grade A, grade B.
Yeah.
And so when they sell their Cubans, they're called Cuban rejects. And you get them for about a quarter of the cost. So I buy the Cuban rejects because, I don't know, 66% of the time, statistics are made up right on the spot. No, 66% of the time, they're all right. You know, there's going to be none and they don't ash right, but Cuban Maduro. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah,
on.
this podcast brought to you by Cuban Reject Cigars.
Little quiet moment. Sing the Jeopardy song for yourselves, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Or fuck
When you
off.
want a Cuban, but you're too trashy to afford the real thing. Cuban Rejects. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I actually look forward to these podcasts because I know I'm going to smoke a decent stogie when I do it. So
I hear you. That's the only reason I do them. It's the only reason I'm here right now. Brother O, thanks for coming on, man.
Hey, what's happening?
Well, we're going to start out with some easy softball questions to let the people know who you are. What's your favorite soda?
Whew. Mr. Pibb.
Mr. Pibb. Why not Dr. Pepper?
Dr. Pepper sucks.
Damn.
Mr. Pibb is just more tastier.
Yeah. Well, what's your favorite Harley Davidson motorcycle?
Probably have to go with an Evo electric glide.
An Evo.
Yeah. Evos are probably the best motor I think Harley came out with.
Yeah, I'd have to say you're probably right. You know, I mean, a lot of people, they like to shit on the shovel head.
Oh.
And then the twin cam is that mixed, you know, there's people that fucking love them, then there's people that think they're fucking garbage.
Yeah.
But I've never heard anybody really bash an Evo. Ever.
Yeah.
Well, you
So-
heard me call mine dirty names here a few times as I was getting
Yeah.
my snot breather back up and running.
The Harley Davidson motorcycles are a love-hate relationship regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that you're right. I mean, well, they say it's the zen of motorcycling. You know, motorcycling 101 or the zen of what is it? The art of maintaining your motorcycle. There was like a whole book written on it,
Okay.
and obviously he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
But you know, I've been fucking sort of Forrest Gumping my way along here. You know, in the beginning, there's a lot of shit they don't tell you by the manual, right?
Sure.
There's a lot of shit they don't tell you in the manual. And you got to figure out all on your own.
Yeah.
You know?
Brother O, you fix your own motorcycles?
I do.
Yeah.
To a certain point.
What is that point?
Probably like electrical is my nightmare right now.
Oh, fuck, man.
I'm
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I suck at it.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of crazy, man. We talk to a lot of, talk to people, right? You know, that's what this whole podcast and thing's all about. But I mean, it's fucking weird. Like nobody ever works on their own shit anymore. You know, it's like a lot of people just, I take it back to the dealership, you know? And, I mean, I got no fucking fault with anybody that doesn't want to wrench on their own shit. I mean, we were talking to Chelsea.
Right.
Right. And she was talking about how she wanted to get into wrenching on her own motorcycle. And that's in the middle of me trying to put my bike back together. And I'm like, hey, it's not all cracked up to be.
Yeah, I was
you
gonna
know,
say,
it kind of sucks.
We both have been having
Yeah,
our issues,
exactly.
you know. And,
Yeah.
but I got to tell you, they're both sitting outside right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We both rode them here.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to be said for that. But
The bikes are back.
yeah, the bikes are
The
back.
bikes are back. you know. But
Yeah.
fuck, I mean, you know, it's worth the experience, I think. I mean, that way, if you're out on the fucking road, you have a fucking problem, you don't got to wait for a tow truck. You just,
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's you know what the fuck to look at, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you basically know what it is, you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, man.
You just have to, I guess, you know, sit down with an old schooler and let him show you some stuff, you know, and then, you know, have him, you know, eventually he's going to say, well, do this or do
Are we the
that,
old
and,
schoolers yet?
well,
We're getting there, aren't we? We're
Yeah.
getting old school. We're in that territory, aren't we?
well,
So, like a
yeah.
21-year-old kid, we're old schoolers, man.
yeah,
We're old schoolers,
yeah.
dude.
you
you
know,
I mean, we got brothers whose kids I watched grow up from elementary school
Oh my
that are now
God.
drinking in the bar with us and shit, buying their
Getting
first,
married, joining the
getting
army.
married, yeah, joining the
Fuck,
army. Speaking
yeah.
of the army,
yeah, cool.
brother, oh, have you ever joined the army?
Oh, well.
Segue.
I'll tell you a little story, man.
All right, tell us a story.
My senior year of high school,
Uh huh.
I woke up first day, and you know, I basically told the old man, "Hey, man, I quit. I ain't going to school." You know,
Yeah.
I ain't going to school no more. Me neither, man.
school's out, baby.
No way, Daddy-o.
But he looked at me, you know, and said, "Hey, you know, I bought shoes, bought clothes for you, and your supplies, and you know." And I was 17, and I, you know, knew everything, you know.
Oh, wait, yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I've known everything since I was 16. Everything.
So the old man gave me an ultimate, you know, get a job, get out. I like 4 points, and I said, "Sorry, Charlie." And so I went down the road and went to an Army recruiter, and bam. Anyways, I called the old man up at the Army recruiter station in Burlington, Wisconsin, and told him, "Hey, Dad, you got to come pick me up because I got arrested for jaywalking." You know, he started laughing and said, "Stay there." You know, so I was like, "Wow, no, hang on before you hang up." You know, I said, "I need you to come sign me in the military because I'm leaving tonight for ASVAB up in Milwaukee." You know,
Yeah.
and so I went up to MEPS up there, and just to close on my back, you know, I told the old man, he come in. I never seen him get over to Burlington as fast as he did. You know, I mean,
Couldn't wait to get rid of you.
holy fuck, you know, man. He was there. Hey,
Hey.
big smile on your face. Where did I sign? You know, and yeah, you know. So I said,
We got another drum player.
said, "See you later."
Now you hear your hands drumming on the table.
Oh,
Shaggy was doing that too.
I
You and your buddy Shaggy, I tell you.
Shaggy, I love Shaggy.
Who doesn't?
So, anyways, yeah, I left that night for MEPS up there in Milwaukee, and the next day,
What year is this?
1980.
1980.
Yeah,
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
he and I graduated the same year, so
Yeah, September 10th of 1980 is when I went into basic training.
Jimmy Carter into Ronald Reagan, man.
I was 2. Let that sink in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I ended up going down to reception station down in Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
Yeah.
You know, I was young and dumb, 17. I thought I knew everything, you know, and when you enter a new world like that, you know, you're as a young kid, you're
I was basic
blown
training
away.
for you.
Basic training, man. I'm telling you, I was the smallest one
Oh yeah.
in my platoon. My senior drill kept telling me, "Olson, you're too small for the infantry. You're not gonna make it," you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What the fuck's wrong with this guy, man? I'm doing everything everybody else is doing, you know." And so I, you know, they call me junior.
Yeah.
You know, because I was the youngest one, also in my platoon.
Yeah.
And it was cool, man. Because graduation, I graduated top 10 of my class.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. You know, so when Senior Thompson handed me my diploma, that fucker smiled and said, "Welcome to my infantry," you know.
There you go.
And you know, that was It gives me the goosebumps, man, because it's something I accomplished, and basic back then was pretty tough. It was the last air Vietnam style basic training.
Yeah, no stress cards.
No 1-arm
Well,
distance.
I mean, I gotta imagine that a lot of the guys, a lot of the drill instructors or whatever you guys call them, were probably old Vietnam vets.
Yeah, my senior drill, he was a he saved his platoon.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, they were out on patrol, and they got into an ambush, and it was an L-shaped ambush that you don't want to be in, because it's
Yeah.
kill zone.
Yeah.
You're gonna die or die.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So yeah, they got caught in a L-shaped ambush, and Sergeant Thompson, he somehow managed to go around and take out the threat, and he was like a hero, man. He saved his platoon. People died, but his platoon was saved by him, and he had on his door in the barracks, he had a newspaper write-up of his story that happened to him over in Nam. So
Well, how long were you in the service for?
I was in 13 years, and then I did a tour over in country, over in the First War.
The first Iraq?
Yeah, the first Gulf War. So yeah, I did a tour there, and sort of changed. I mean,
Yeah.
I came home different dude. It was
Oh,
just wild.
yeah. Well, I mean, I've said it 100 fucking times on here that I've never been in the military, and obviously I can't understand or relate to anybody who has gone to war, but I can understand it's got to be pretty fucking rough.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna see shit that average people or normal people don't see, shouldn't see, don't want to see. And it's gonna change you. It's gonna fucking tweak you. It can't, not tweak you.
Never be the same, man.
Oh, and that's and that's why you got to think of that. You got to tell them, hey, thanks for your service, because without that, they're doing it for you.
Right.
They're doing it so you don't have to.
Yeah.
You're fighting the fucking enemy on their fucking turf. If guys like you didn't do that, then guys like me might be fighting the enemy on our turf. So,
Roger that. Yeah.
is what it is. So when the fuck did you get your first motorcycle?
I was just going to ask that question. I'll just sit over here and look at the fucking screens and turn some fucking dials and smoke a cigar.
When'd you get your first motorcycle, brother O?
I got my first motorcycle. I got out in, I think it was in 91.
Yeah.
And I moved up here to Janesville. And my first bike, believe it or not,
I don't believe it.
was a Darwin Shooty custom hardtail frame with a Honda 750 Super Sport motor in there.
Oh,
no
wow.
shit.
Yeah. I used to take that and go to some of the other guys' parties around here, and I'd roll it right up to their front door, and man, they'd flip out on it. Oh, wow, check this thing out. Can I take it for a ride? Yeah, dude, here you go.
There was 4 inline Hitachi carbs on that, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, little 36 millimeter throttle bodies, I think.
Yes.
Those are nice bikes, man.
I think I blew like
motors rather.
2 or 3 motors out of it,
Well, I think a lot of people forget that the first choppers didn't always have a Harley engine.
No.
They would have Triumph motors, Honda motors,
BSA.
BSA.
Yeah.
That was, well, when I say Triumph, just group them all together. Do you know how to tell the difference between a BSA and a Triumph?
One says BSA, one says Triumph.
Kind of. They got that little Triumph's got that little upside down triangle on the fucking case there, don't they?
Yeah.
That little Triumph symbol. So you're out there riding fucking Honda choppers.
Yeah. I had that for a few years.
Yeah.
It was really cool. A buddy of mine bought it. He's up in Minnesota with it. Still runs to this day.
Shit.
Yeah, he told me, he said,
those little Hondas don't fucking die.
one day he's going to ride down on it go ride with me, you know.
Nice.
So I'm waiting for that day. Damn.
A lot of guys like those
Damn.
old CB 750 motors. You know, you had the
Yeah,
Super Sport, which was one step up from it, but
Yeah. Oh, the Super
They're
Sport
pretty
was
bulletproof.
probably
Well, my
fastest
first motorcycle was
production
a
back then.
CB750.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a chopper; it's just an
Yeah.
old ratty ass CB750. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, man, I mean,
Yeah.
$50,
Yeah.
and you could buy. Well, maybe not $50, like $200, and you could buy a running, riding fucking motorcycle.
A lot of
that,
motorcycle, yeah.
As long as you keep oil and gas in it, you can go somewhere. You know, tires are relatively cheap. That's
Yeah.
all right.
So I rode that for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to a Sportster.
Oh,
It was an old rat.
What year?
It was rusted. I think it was like a 73.
So was it Goofy Foot still?
Yeah, and I'd always forget, you know, fucking everything's on the other side on them
Mhm.
things, you know, so. But anyways, yeah, I rode Sportsters for a while. Got tired of the Sportsters, you know, and I got turned on to shovelheads.
oh shit.
Yeah.
Shovelheads, huh?
Yeah, so I rode shovelheads for a long time.
Yeah.
Let's see.
When-
Jeez,
You ride shovelheads in the '90s? I kind of fucking said that. Kind of fucked up.
yeah,
Yeah,
You rode shovelheads in the '90s. Try saying that fast.
That's a tough one.
It's a
yeah,
tough
I
one.
had a what was it?
Before the hipsters got a hold of them and started charging like $6,000 for an engine.
I had a
A shovelhead.
well, it was a police bike from California.
Oh, no
yeah,
shit.
you were telling me about that.
Well, when I was with the club, you know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. There should be a picture of it in here. It's
Yeah,
orange.
yeah.
Yeah, the orange one. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's somewhere. Yeah.
That was a cool thing, man. I think that was a 73.
Now, now you're in the club, and got another club brother in the club. Now you guys were in another club together years ago.
Yeah,
Right.
we were.
You want to talk about that at all, or
Uh,
well, the club's not around anymore.
no,
so
it's not around no more.
Well, we don't have to mention names.
No, we ain't
No,
gonna
we-
mention names,
nope.
nothing like that. But yeah, when I first got home, I got turned on to it, you know, and I thought it was cool, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I got to find something that is going to keep me on the edge, you know, because I just came home and I was used to, you know, survival daily, you know, and
I hear a lot of guys once they come back, they turn to motorcycles because it helps them.
yeah, you know,
It's therapeutic.
and
it's-
clubs, the club life.
Well, in club life, yeah, but I mean, just motorcycles
yeah,
in general.
just I mean,
Yeah.
when I get on a bike and ride, you know, I mean, my head clears. I don't think about nothing. I'm just observing, and you know, just I'm part of the wind, man.
Just
you
in the
know,
moment.
Yeah, you know, and it's cool. You know, I mean, it relieves a lot of stress, and you know, it's wind therapy.
No, I gotta say something though. Now you got your new bike. You're just getting ready to get this out on the road, the green machine, and I'm not going to ride behind you. Now, do you know why? Because three's a charm. Now, what bike were you on when Dirty and I were probating? We all went on the Monkey Run.
Yeah.
You remember this? What bike were you on then?
I will probably be on my
It was before your CVO.
Screaming Eagle.
Your Screaming Eagle.
Yeah.
Right. You had that one. You had that one lady on, well, whatever her name was, on the back end, and so I'm behind you.
I just remember what the fuck you were talking about.
Yeah.
No,
No.
carry on. I just caught up with the conversation.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, my pipes were loud for you.
No. If you remember right, your rear wheel, like the whole engine seized on you that day
Oh, that's when I blew the
when
motor.
you
out.
blow the motor out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was behind you on that one. All right, and then we're gonna fast forward a couple years. Now we're both patch members of the club. We're going.
Fun fact on that ride that you're talking about, I shot a baffle out of my fucking exhaust.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah,
It
it
went-
some random person. Yeah,
it went right by me. Yeah, I know.
Past me too. Yeah.
I remember that right in front of a funeral home.
Yeah. Shot a baffle out, fucking hit a dude, and he's like, "Your fucking baffle's back there if you want it."
Yeah, you're like, what'd you
No.
say to him? You're like, no, I don't need
No,
it.
I don't need that.
I don't need
You
that.
can keep
It's
that.
fine.
You can keep that shit.
I'll shoot the other one out here in a minute or two.
It sounds cooler anyways now. So,
But then you fast forward. We were going to a club brother funeral for one of their kids, and you're on what that bike was? It had the
I just bought that.
full dress.
Yes, it was a 89, I think.
oh yeah.
89 Electric Glide. Supposedly the motor was
Had the white walls on it.
yeah,
it was a
rebuilt.
nice looking
Yeah, it was a
bike.
nice looking scoot.
I was behind you, and what happened?
Blew that one up.
So, brother O, I am not going to ride.
It sounds like it's your fault.
I think it could be. It could be, brother Tank. I'm next to you or I'm in front of you, but I don't want to be right behind you.
I'm gonna
Okay.
think I'm gonna have you right in front of me now. Now that I think about it,
Nobody wants to
Jesus.
be next to me.
Your
At least
bike is loud, man.
it's not as loud as it was.
Well, why? What'd you do?
Oh, was it really loud the other day when we were running? When you had chop spike and we were running?
Yes,
Okay.
it's very loud. I mean, I know. I mean, hey, I get it. Trust me.
Well,
I mean,
I can't have the fastest bike in the club, but I can have the loudest bike in the
you
club.
know, I
So,
get
you
it.
know,
But yeah,
Loud
it's.
pipe saves lives, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's saving a lot of lives. I'll tell you that right now. It's man, it sounds good.
It does sound good, but
It sounds fucking good as shit. But I mean, yeah,
it's loud.
it makes
Yeah.
your fucking brain itch. You're like, oh, is this what I've been doing to people?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I got
Yeah.
long shots. It's all behind me by the
Oh,
time,
yeah.
so I don't care.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I got bad luck with motors.
shit happens.
Me and one of the brothers, I blew a head seal and we took the motor out twice in one day and put new
Gee, you know
jug,
about that, don't
new
you?
head seals and jug seals on in one day.
Jesus.
We left this driveway.
It can be done.
Yeah, we left this driveway, and next thing you know, it was like psh, all this hot oil was on both sides of the legs. I'm like, son of a bitch, here we go. Chop's looking at me, going, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we pushed it back in, and yeah, we tore it back down and got it right, fired it up, took off, and we had a blast, But I just for some reason have.
Well, we could do this all day with you. Old club run going up with another club going up north towards
Oh my lord!
was that up towards Green Bay? I think it was.
Yes.
And so club brother did some maintenance on your bike and
My
changed
lord.
your transmission fluid, but he
Yes.
failed to
Refill it.
That's right.
Yeah, if you drain out old fluid, you got to put new fluid back in.
It's kind of a bugaboo about a bike, yeah. And so you find this happy fact out, and you're how far away from Janesville? How far from here? We're Green Bay. So it's 110 miles.
It was like
Green Bay?
Well, Green Bay is more than that, but where you figured it out? Yeah.
3-4 hour ride up there.
Yeah.
To where we were.
Yeah.
My bike started making this like creaky hot noise shit. You know when you're baked and you're
Do you
riding and all of a sudden you hear this and you're like, oh, hey, all right, what was that? That didn't sound right. Cool, all right. Well, this kept getting louder, and I'm like, what the hell's going on here, Well, we got to a stop, and I just happened to pull out the oil stick, and I looked at that. I said, well, fuck, got oil in there. Looking,
What else could it be?
yeah, I looked at the transmission, and I'm telling you what, bone fucking dry.
Now, is that
Yeah.
the time that fucking dealership took care of you, though?
No, it wasn't a dealership. It was a brother.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, all right. I'm thinking of a different story.
No, he was told this time, you'll be fine. Just run home.
No, because I remember you were telling me a story about when you broke down in fucking the Green Bay area, and some fucking dealership like set you up with new clothes and shit and fixed your bike for you for next to nothing.
Yes, that was on my 73 police bike.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. We man, I got so many stories that it's wild, my girlfriend took off up to Green Bay, up to the finger up there, and Oh shit, man! We
The
ended up
finger
getting-
by, you mean Door County?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, people don't realize that we got our Wisconsin terms, and they're like, well, the finger? What's the finger? It's Door County. If you look at a map of Wisconsin,
It's like a hand, and
It
it's like
looks like a
Door
hand,
County's
yeah.
like the middle
Yeah.
finger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Finger.
it's the finger. It's
Sort
the
of
part
looks
that
like
sticks
that,
out.
you know?
It sticks out.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Door
So,
County.
anyways, we're up there. You know, it was late fall, and we heard through the rumor, hey, you know, it's gonna get super cold and possible chance of snow and shit. You know, we disregarded it. You know,
Of course.
Of course, why
Because
wouldn't
it's
you?
fucking Wisconsin.
Why
right?
wouldn't you? Yeah.
Right. So we take off. We get
We've
up
had
there.
snow in July, for Christ's sake.
Don't you put that voodoo on us.
I'm
Ricky
sorry.
Bobby.
The first day was cool, but then all of a sudden my clutch went out.
Oh,
Pouring fucking rain, colder than a motherfucker. I'm trying to limp the bike into Green Bay to the dealership, not knowing that it didn't have a dealership license. They couldn't help me out. Blah blah blah. Girlfriend's waving people, you know, to go around us and shit. You know, I'm laughing and fucking soaked. You know.
yeah.
So we get to the dealership down there. It stops raining, and I walk in and I'm like, holy fuck, nobody's here and shit. You know, the guy comes out. I said, hey, you know, can you help me put a clutch back in? He goes, well, we can't do nothing like that. You know, and I'm like, oh shit, where's the next closest shop? He goes, well, there's one outside of Green Bay, about an hour or whatever it was, 45 minutes. He says, it'll seem like you're never going to get there, but eventually it'll be there, you know?
Yeah.
So off me and my girlfriend go, and if anybody's been up to Green Bay, go over that bridge,
Yeah.
you know? Well, here's me and my girlfriend. We're on the farthest side you can get to the rail,
Yeah.
pouring rain. I'm chugging the bike up this hill, you know? She's doing this to make the cars go by. I got cars going by, flipping me off, yelling me at the window, beeping their horns.
Because it's your fault.
Yeah, it's my fault, you know? So we're going up this bridge, and all of a sudden I feel this tightness,
Mm-hmm.
and I hear, oh, shit, you know? And I'm like, what? You know, she goes, have you looked over to your right? I said, oh, yeah. She goes, seriously, have you looked over to your right? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, oh, I'm scared shitless right now. You know, and I'm like, well, we're all right. So we're cruising and cruising.
Were you on a
and-
bridge?
Yeah, we went over the bridge.
Oh, okay. So she was
And-
freaking out because you guys were on the side of a bridge,
Yeah, I mean, you look,
putzing along.
there's the rail, and you're looking over.
Well,
you
just
know?
tell her,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
look at it. You know.
and the
Yeah.
bike's chunk, 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 you know, and we finally get out to the shop, man, and holy crap, they gave us a t-shirt and a jacket,
Nice.
fixed my clutch, gave me a good deal on the clutch pack. I mean, the guy was so cool that, you know, I mean, he knew we were cold. I mean, we were totally soaked, you know, so yeah, he took care of us, and, you know, got my bike in there right away. Boom, it was done, you know. So we decided to go home from there.
Yeah.
And on the way home, you know, we're on the interstate, and all of a sudden I start seeing these white things coming down.
I've been to that party before.
I'm like, ooh,
Yeah, me too.
Am I imagining this shit or what? you know?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I see a couple more, and I'm like, oh.
Shit's about to get real.
I yelled back to my old lady. I said, hey, it's starting to snow. And she goes, no, it's not. I said, watch. And pretty soon it started snowing. And she's like, oh, shit. And pretty soon it started snowing.
Yeah.
It was snowing, you know, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be cool. I kept having to,
It's gonna be cool.
I had to keep wiping off my windshield, you know, because
Yeah.
the snow was building up on it, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I'm roasting around 70, 80 miles an hour, you know. I'm like,
Hey.
hey, you know, black ice, what's that? But
Why
yeah,
does it gotta be black?
well, you know.
Well, here we go. Here we
Here
go.
we go.
Now, here we go. God damn it.
But anyways, yeah, it was.
Crazy times, man.
I'm telling you, brother, man. You know, we got so cold. You know, people been there, you know.
Oh yeah.
And you get so damn cold that you can no longer feel your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
So we pulled over and fucking
Your
got a
legs,
room
your
and
feet,
shit,
your
and-
knees. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and
Here's the thing though. Whenever I fucking like we ask somebody, oh, what's your favorite biker story? You got a cool biker story, you know, yada yada yada. The first thing they fucking start talking about is I was riding and the weather went to shit.
Yeah, it's
That's no-
Everybody's
That's true.
favorite or fucking cool biker story begins with the weather went to fucking shit.
that's normal.
What is it with us, man? If it's fucking storming and shit, like, man, I don't know. But every fucking time we get caught up in some shit, it turns into like our favorite fucking story.
Yeah.
And we can't stop fucking telling it.
Well, it's because it was fucking hell when you went through it, but when you look
Yeah.
back, you know, you got through it. So
Well,
it's
we
not
had that
big
one
of a
storm
deal.
when we were coming home from our journey, and that tornado was following us, and Chops decides to.
What do you mean in Sturgis?
No,
Oh.
from another party. We're coming.
Oh yeah.
And anyways, the brother, he busts out his phone and stuff, you know, gets the radar out, and he figures, all right, we're gonna try to dodge the storm and shit, you know. So we're sitting on, because I'm in the chase truck, you know,
Mhm.
and I was trying to get everybody's attention because they're telling to take shelter immediately, you know. And here we are in this tornado.
Yeah.
Everybody's riding sideways like this.
Yep.
And I was like, holy shit, I'm beeping the horn, I'm flashing the lights, nobody could see me, you know. And finally we got to the gas station, you know, and I'm, hey, we got to take cover immediately. And
Mhm.
somebody said, oh, we are under cover. Well, it's a fucking canopy thing, you know, the metal, that'll go up like a kite, you know.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, we started dodging the storm and shit, and it was cool. We go south, and then we go west, and then we go east, then we go north, and yeah, we took the long way home. But as we rolled into Janesville, the storm met us. So
Yeah.
we really didn't outrun the storm. I mean, it hit us
Yeah.
just as we got into Janesville, you know.
No, it's like that fucking time we went to Iowa
Ooh.
back in the day. It fucking shit fucking rained on us from the time we left fucking Janesville to the time we got to the other side of fucking Iowa. It's like there was this like one long fucking storm. I don't know if we were getting, if we just happened to be going the same direction it was, which I seriously fucking doubt because we were going in the wrong direction. But it was, yeah, it literally was raining from the time we left fucking Janesville
Right.
to 100 miles away from the fucking Nebraska fucking border in Iowa.
Yeah, you guys
Fuck,
rode through
hey.
the sweet spot as it traveled
Yeah,
along
it was.
that way.
Oh, it was the sweet spot.
I've been in the sweet spot before.
I remember you telling me, you're like,
with
brother,
you
man,
two.
brother, if you got to piss, just go. Nobody can tell anyways.
right.
You know, hey, if you're a little cold, it'll warm you up. You
That's
know,
what- yeah,
what
that
are
was-
you gonna do? You
It'll
know,
warm you up for a while.
warm you up
Yeah.
for a little. Yeah. What are you gonna do? You know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, there's so many stories though. So many. I mean, so much shit. You know.
I mean, shit. Where's your favorite place to ride? Favorite area, favorite highway, favorite whatever.
Well, I like the Kettle Moraine area.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, that's it's pretty cool. you
Yeah.
know?
Oh yeah, was it Rome, Wisconsin? Is the lower part? I think Lower Kettle Moraine.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shit.
You know, it's curvy, and you know, it's just a cool place to ride. I think. You know, I mean, there's different stops you can.
You ever
stop
ridden
at.
in Kentucky?
Oh yeah.
Dude, Kentucky. It's got some. I keep trying to fuck. I mean, I don't know if I'm pissing off people in Kentucky because now, you know, well, fuck, all 6 of our fans might start going to Kentucky. But
Well, we have 7 now.
Dude,
We
I-
gained
yeah.
a new one this week. He said we did a good job.
we got a good job.
He said outstanding. He said.
Oh, that's high praise.
I know he's probably not listening to us anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he must have been drunk when he said that. But like, dude, fucking, I never really went to Kentucky before, you know. Dude, Kentucky has some badass fucking riding in it, man.
It does.
You get into those fucking hills, and it's fucking windy, and the roads are relatively in good shape. And
I'll tell you a story
Scenic.
about Kentucky.
I would love to hear a story about Kentucky.
Every year, one of our brothers goes down there
Yeah.
for his brother's birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And if you want a good ride
Mm-hmm.
and a good time,
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of good things.
travel down with us. One
It's a
time.
biker party, right? We should
Well,
clarify that.
basically,
Yeah.
it's, you know,
Yeah.
bunch of old school dudes.
It's like a tiny Sturgis.
An
Like
old
a
school
little
dude is,
itty-bitty-
you know, it's birthday. You know, they're old school bikers. you
Where's
know,
Little
and,
Sturgis?
It's actually
Kentucky.
it's Kentucky. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I interrupted.
That's why I made the reference. So.
But yeah, Kentucky, man, I'm telling you what, if you want, it's got some good riding down there, and where this gentleman's house is and his birthday party, they're on the sticks.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so you get out there and I mean, you're like, holy crap, man, this is God's country, you know.
Yeah,
and,
man.
You don't see no traffic. You know,
Shoot guns.
you're on the farm. They got a range across the
Smoke
street.
pork.
Smoke pork, kill snakes. Whatever
Put
you wanna
things the
do.
government doesn't want inside of you,
Well,
inside of you.
Yeah, you know, you gotta, you know,
Mm-hmm.
do the same shit. they
Biker
do.
stuff.
Yeah, biker stuff.
Biker stuff,
know?
man.
Yeah.
Fucking A. So, segue.
There's always a segue.
You know, because it's so hard to do a smooth segue. I just started like just saying segue. You know, it's gonna be my new thing. So
Not a lot of pretense on the biker's lifestyle. Let me tell you.
no, there's no fucking formula.
Hey, you get what you paid for.
Yeah, you do.
Right.
Yeah,
You get what you fucking paid.
yeah.
for.
This is watered down insane throttle. You know what I mean? It's fucking, you know,
Yeah. You don't know shit.
it's just we don't know what the fuck we're doing, man. We're just fucking shooting the shit into the fucking microphones, you know.
Right.
So
Yeah.
have you ever seen a UFO?
Well, no.
No,
No.
never.
No UFOs.
Never.
No.
What about-
no UFOs?
What about the Bigfoot?
Dude,
Let's talk about
I
Bigfoot.
want to rock on Bigfoot.
I want to watch.
Well, I mean,
Here's why I bring it up, right? So many fucking people want to like dismiss everything in the fucking world, like, oh, there's no aliens, oh, there's no Bigfoot, there's no man. You're boring as shit, man. Let me have my little bit of fucking. There might be something else out there besides us.
Yes.
You know, let's make it exciting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm tired of being reasonable.
Where-
You know?
well, we've both hunted an area.
Yes,
Mm.
we hunt in an area
Yeah.
on the backside. and
Avon
it's,
Bottoms.
Avon
it's a-
Bottoms.
it's a
That's
swa-
right.
It's a
I
swamp.
have a picture of a
Yeah.
ghost from Avon Bottoms
Yes,
in
you
my
do.
phone.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do. Unexplained.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, there's been satanic rituals that have
There's-
happened out back there.
It's
and,
fucking
all
weird
it's-
down there,
sorts of
man.
stuff.
you want to hide a body, like
Yeah,
that's the
that's the
place where
place
they're
to
hidden
go, you
because
know?
you'll never find it again.
No, well, Avon Bottoms, for people who are just listening, not knowing what the fuck we're talking about, because we keep forgetting you guys are there. Avon Bottoms is basically a swamp.
Yeah, it extends between Illinois and Wisconsin.
Yeah, and there's nothing down there. It's just public hunting grounds. It's swampy. It's overgrown. It's
And these little path waterways that snake all over
Oh,
the
yeah.
place and stop and end, and
Creepy.
yeah,
you better have a GPS in there.
you're gonna there's weird shit that happens in Avon Bottoms.
Weird shit, man.
Yeah. I'll tell you a story. Like I said, I hunt back there, and
I want to hear the story again.
one day I was climbing up into my tree stand,
Yeah.
and I hear this noise, you know, like, but real loud, like it was on a microphone.
Yeah.
You know, it was close.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm trying to look around the tree and shit, you know, and it was all thick back there, and I couldn't see nothing, you know.
Yeah.
So I started going up a little bit more in my stand, and I hear it again, but this time it's closer,
Right on.
you know. So I stop again, and I'm looking around the tree, and I'm like, what the?
It was like something beating a stick on a tree or something like that. That
No, it
noise.
was like a chomping,
Oh Jesus, that's a little close.
like that, but it was loud, you know. So
I'd start worrying about myself.
My
at that point in
weapon-
time. Thankfully I
yeah,
was armed.
my crossbow, my fighting axe, and my machete is down on the ground.
Oh jeez.
So I'm going.
Started worrying about myself. At
Yeah,
that
I'm
point in time.
going. I gotta pull that shit up here now, you know. Well, all of a sudden, it goes off again. You know, this time it was closer, and it freaked me the fuck out. I mean, I've been in the woods to where it's so fucking dark that you had to hold the next man's LBE just for he wouldn't get fucking lost in the dark. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I've sat on OPs at night by myself or an LP listening point, you know, and you hear weird shit, but
hmm
never like this, you know. So I literally pretty much, you know, scattered down, picked up my crossbow, you know, and I was looking around and shit, you know, and I'm like, holy that's weird, you know. So I'm hurrying up, packing my shit up, and I start going back to my car, you know. Well, as I'm walking, I hear something either walking behind me or to the right of me, you know, because there's a berm that you walk out on, and it takes you out to the river.
Sugar River.
Yeah. So I'd stop. I'd do my Snoop Poop Army shit, you know. I'd turn around and squat and look and shit, listen, get up and start moving again. You know, so every time I moved, whatever was there was moving with me. So I'm thinking,
You're being stalked.
this cannot be a fucking deer because a deer is not going to walk with me.
No.
It can't be a bear because a bear, I don't think is going to do that. You
Yeah,
know?
bear's just gonna fucking attack.
A cougar could
Maybe.
be stalking
You
you.
wouldn't have heard it.
And you wouldn't have heard it. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, so I started walking pretty fast to my freaking car. You know,
That's enough hunting for one day,
yeah,
huh?
it's enough on one day. I'm like, fuck this, I'm out of here. You
Right
know?
on.
So I get back to my car and I'm hurt. I mean, I didn't even put my shit away. I just threw it in the back and I'm like, man, what the fuck? I was trying to think, what makes that noise? What makes that noise? You know? So I'm sitting in the car and I hurried up, fired up a bowl to try to calm my nerves down, you know? And I'm thinking, what the fuck is that? You know?
Yeah.
So I fired up the car and I left. And the next day I woke up and I called the DNR.
Yeah.
You know? Well, I got in touch with the biological, whatever they call themselves. They're like the scientist, whatever, that goes out and explores this shit.
The science dudes.
So she calls me.
When in doubt, call the science dudes.
She calls me, you know. And I said, have you ever been out to Avon Bottoms or anything like that? She goes, yeah, when I first got on the force, she goes, I went down in there and I said, what, did you go in there? She goes, no, we got in about 1,000 yards and it got real creepy and we left. You know? And I'm like,
Sounds about right.
Holy fuck, you know. I says, all right. I says, I know you guys released the black bear down there because it attacked the dude. You know,
Mother and a black bear and a mother was just seen like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I said, we also know that you released the cougar, you know, and it's out in that area.
Oh, there's a lot of dudes in that area that got fucking pictures of cougars on their fucking trail cams.
Yeah, you know, so I said, what's a bear sound like when it's about to attack you? Does it make like a fucking noise, you know? She goes, no. I said, well, we'll scratch the bear off, you know? I said, what about a cougar? I says, now, does a cougar make a, but loud, you know, like it's on a speaker, you know? She goes, no. I said, well, check that off. I said,
ain't much left in Wisconsin, brother.
yeah. I said,
deer don't make that noise.
I said, a deer don't make that noise. I said, well, how about a turkey? She goes,
turkey.
No.
She goes, no. I said, well, we can scratch that.
Yeah, what are we down to now?
You know? Well, squirrels,
honey badger,
possums,
honey badgers, no,
coyotes, wolves. None of that shit makes that fucking chomping noise.
What does make that chomping noise, brother? Oh,
dude, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good.
Probably goddamn Sam Squanch.
I could not tell you, but when I asked her, do you believe in Bigfoot? She paused for a moment. And she goes, well, I can't really tell you if it's real or if it's not real because there's been no body found. There's been people citing it that have, you know, that they're a good witness to
A lot of sightings,
you know, of the sightings.
Yeah.
But there's just no proof of this creature living. I mean, there's no poop stools, there's no bones, there's, you know, once in a while you'll find a foot track, you know, or a knuckle track. But if you go into these woods down there, and I don't care what woods you're in, there's structures built in there.
Yeah.
That actually, when you get in there, I mean, you can crawl inside. You can see something that was laying in there because it's all flattened. You know, well, my grandson went out there with me hunting one day because I was,
That was
teaching
right
him
about
how
when
to
I
hunt,
first met you.
And we actually stayed there until daylight
Wow.
in one of those
Enclosures.
enclosures.
Armed, I hope. Yeah.
Well, I had the crossbow,
Yeah.
it was fully locked, and my grandson kept telling me, "Grandpa, what is this?" Son, I couldn't tell you what the hell it is. I mean, all I know it's a structure that looks like to get out of elements, the element and the weather element, and you can tell something's been sleeping there. Well, a tree, when a branch breaks, ain't gonna make a fort.
Mhm.
Some of these trees now, the ones that are intertangled, okay, don't have a root on them.
Mhm.
Right? It's not a fallen tree. It's not.
Yeah, this was
Somebody placed it
somebody
there
placed
because
that. Yeah,
the root
something.
is not towards the ground. The root is up here. The top of the tree is down here.
Yeah.
I said, so
Somebody manipulated it.
Well, I mean, and
kids aren't coming in the swamp.
Well, I mean, the whole thing
Yeah.
is too, and we're talking about an expansive area, like I said, that goes between two states, and that it's clearly visible from Google Earth. Like you can see it as a huge demarcated area, like from way far away
Oh, no doubt.
on Google Earth, and it's just so many. You look at it, there's just so many different waterways, and there's probably stuff in there that hasn't been seen ever.
Well, there's
by man.
There's a story years ago. I guess a train went through there and it crashed and it had monkeys on it, and the monkeys escaped.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know. I mean, there's been a book written about Avon Bottoms, about the beast.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I
mean, I have a story too. I mean, I'll make it quick, man. Fucking back in the day, I used to get off on fucking riding around and then just pulling over on like the side of the road somewhere that was like scenic and start, having a beer or two.
Sure.
Because, I like beer and I like riding motorcycles, but sometimes I don't like people, so I don't want to stop at bars. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to just throw my own fucking beer in a saddlebag and find my own place to fucking drink. Long story short, I'm bumming around in Avon Bottoms, and a lot of them roads are fucking gravel, right? Yeah. So you're not tearing ass, you're just fucking putzing around. I was like, I found this fucking creek, or creek, depending on how you want to say it. And I'm like, all right, this is a good enough spot as any. And that's when I got that fucking picture. Because I was like, being all artsy-fartsy, I want to take a picture of my fucking bike because it's in a scenic spot and there's nobody to fuck around. I mean, nobody to fuck around. I am in the nut meat of Avon Bottoms, man. Like, fucking a few miles from any sort of like real civilization. There's no other cars. There's no other fucking people. It's like on a fucking weekday and shit. Long story short, I took like a handful of pictures, and when I looked at them, that's when I noticed that reflection of my air cleaner of a fucking dude standing behind me, and I'm by myself, man. That freaked me out. But that was later. I noticed it. While I was down there, I'm sitting there, I'm drinking beer, and you can hear nothing except wind and maybe the occasional bird or whatever.
Right.
And all of a sudden, it fucking sounded like in the distance, like a school got let out. Like I heard kids' voices.
Yep.
Like there was an old schoolhouse down in there. There was an old general store in there.
That's what somebody told me. I had no idea of any of this.
Yeah.
And so I started telling my story because I'm sitting there. I was
history,
like,
man.
It was like an abandoned village or something.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, those sound like fucking kids. I'm thinking to myself, there must be a house down here somewhere or something, because I mean, I'm like, you could hear like kids' voices.
Yeah. So,
I finish my fucking beer and I jump on the bike and I'm riding and I'm not really trying to track down the sound, but I'm like going in that general direction, wondering what, maybe there's people's house. Nothing down there. I didn't see one other fucking person. Not one soul, not one house, not one fucking school bus that was on a field trip. Hey kids, let's go check out the Avon Bottoms. Nothing. I just heard fucking kids' voices.
People's heard that.
Like if if you ever been to like across the street from a park, it literally sounded like I was a block away from a park.
Yeah, the echo.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
It was fucking weird. And it didn't sound like an animal. It wasn't like some weird animals that sort of kind of resemble fucking kids. It sounded like fucking kids.
Yeah.
I think we need to take a ride there again. Now, since once you
I
get
think
your
we should
bike
have
up,
a party down there.
Well,
we should. Why not, man?
You know, it's cool.
Maybe after when the coop is over, we'll have like a Bikers Lifestyle podcast party, and it'll be down at Avon Bottoms.
I know right where we can do that
BYOB.
from, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be perfect, man.
BYOB, and good luck.
We should.
We
We're
could
gonna
we could
sign
walk
a
in
waiver.
there a little bit and we can show
Make him sign a waiver. Yeah.
we can show what we're talking about by the structures.
Well, fucking, if it rains hard enough, the roads wash out through there, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, who's gonna go in the swamp down there?
Yeah.
Kids aren't gonna go in and play
Yeah.
in there because when you go in the backside, it's a gravel road that takes you down to a small little parking lot.
Yeah.
There's about
when you go
12
down-
of those, but yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever down there.
No, oh
You know,
no.
I've never seen a DNR down
No.
there. You know, you'll see maybe once in a while 1 or 2 cars, but rarely.
Most
you
of
know.
the freaky shit seems to happen on the south side
Yeah.
of that too, not on the north side,
Yeah.
because that's the well access side from Wisconsin. It's the Illinois side into it.
Yeah.
But I don't have a ghost story from Avon Bottoms, but I do have a story. I was down in there just doing some scouting, you know, for hunting and whatnot, and I was coming home on day off, like a Wednesday or something, and just turned right off out of Avon Bottoms, hit a turkey with my truck. Boom, you know, looked around, threw it in the back, you know, drove home. I think the statute of limitations is probably up by the DNR on this, so I didn't have a tag for it, but fast forward.
All
you know,
these stories are fictional, by the way.
of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Yes.
Fast forward, the old lady gets home, and I got a turkey hanging up, and I'm just starting to gut it, and she's like, "You got a turkey today?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "What'd you get that with?" And I said, "F-150." You know, she's like, "F-150." I'm like, "Yeah." I spin the burner. I'm like, I hit it right here. There's a big bruise right on the breast and stuff. Made some nice summer sausage out of it. It was really, really good. But
Outstanding.
we should go. We should do a little party down there in Avon Bottoms.
We should
What
have
the
like a
hell, man?
fucking little like old school biker. Well, yeah, okay. Well, there was another club. They had they rented a field from this like farmer, you know, and it wasn't in Avon Bottoms, but it was like Avon Bottoms adjacent.
Yeah, there's a lot of that too.
Yeah, I don't want to say it because I can actually tell you where, name the highways, and you're gonna know
yeah,
exactly
right,
what I'm talking about.
right,
So we'll just
yeah.
leave that. We'll be very vague. But yeah, it was Avon Bottoms adjacent, and you got to like take this fucking logging trail, which just got washed out the night before, man. And I'm fucking trying to ride my fucking Road King down this fucking old logging trail,
Oh, Jesus.
this, you know, doing 2 miles an hour, fucking constantly trying to keep it on 2 wheels.
Soupy rear end on the gravel, the wet gravel and sand.
But yeah, man, you got
Good
past.
times.
You got through these fucking trees on this logging trail, and it opened up to this giant fucking like 2-acre fucking field. And you're surrounded by trees. You're probably a good 200 yards from anything resembling a road. Dude, it was fucking crazy, man. They had like one of them beer trailers,
Yeah.
you know, where you fucking like tappers and shit. And they had fucking music and tents, and it was fucking crazy, man. Doing biker games, it was a really fucking wild time, man. Fucking really enjoyed that shit. We should fucking do something like that down at the bottom.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
I
down at the
really
bottoms,
do.
man.
Yeah, we
We'll have
should
to
do
work that once the coop is over. Once the Chinese cancer's
the
gone,
Chinese,
the Chinese coughing cancer's gone,
whatever.
we'll have to fucking what is it after November?
I don't know. Yeah, After the
After
first
the
Tuesday in
elections.
November.
Yeah.
That's right, folks.
Yeah, all of a sudden we got a cure.
Fuck.
What do you think about that, brother? O?
Well, I'm gonna tell you a bunch of bullshit right now.
Go right ahead.
Motherfuckers told you get on the fucking train. Would you get on the fucking train?
Absolutely not.
Okay. What do you think fucking Hitler did?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Well,
yeah, it's a slow burn. Actually,
No.
if you look at how Hitler got the Jews to get on that train, and you see the timeline from the point where he took power to the point where he was putting people on trains and fucking making them take showers, right? It was way longer than, hey, there's this fucking virus that's a little bit deadlier than the flu, to, hey, everybody's got to wear a fucking mask and you can't use fucking coins anymore.
Yeah.
It was really quick. And this is supposed to be the land of the free?
we don't want to start listing all the
Turn-
freedoms we've lost over the past few months.
Turn your weapon in and we'll take care of you. And
Yeah,
the
it's
minute
no
you
problem.
turn the weapons in, it was like, get on the fucking train.
Yeah.
Well, we're starting to hear a lot of the same slogans and shit. You look at a lot of the commercials out there, and what's the new norm, and we want to do this to keep you safe and for your protection.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Come on, we know the government enough. As soon as they say we're going to do this to keep you safe, you're going to fucking die. You're done. We've seen enough movies. There's been, you
Yeah.
know,
I think it was
Enough Tom Cruise
I think it
movies.
was your mom that answered me on
Oh Jesus.
my
Yeah.
Facebook.
she's one of
yesterday.
our big fans too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dirty's mom.
Yeah. Hi, honey. She was. I said something about it's man-made, whatever, and the fact that what they did to us over in the Gulf War, they're now doing to you and your neighbor. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I caught
And-
that exchange.
And his mama said,
That's why I stay off of Facebook.
Mama said, get your facts straight before you throw stuff out.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I had to say, well, my facts are pretty good because I was one of the guinea pigs over there, and
So was my
you know,
younger
so
brother.
now I suffer from Gulf War illness, due to that.
Not to
So,
mention all the fucking shit you breathed in from
right, all the
fucking that
smoke and
goofy
the
fuck
oil wells
setting
and shit.
fucking
Oh,
oil
over
fields
there in
on fire.
Kuwait, yeah, with the
Yeah.
the well burning.
Yeah, it was fucked up. But so yeah, I had to throw that in Mom's face, to let her know my facts
Well, there's
were real facts because I experienced it for real, and I've got brothers and sisters that have passed away from this Gulf War sickness. Our babies are being born now. They call it baby Gulf syndrome, where the left side of the baby's bodies are deformed. Either the brain is outside the head, or they got 3 arms, or different. They got holes in their hearts. And it's not only our people. I mean, all the coalition forces that fought alongside us, they have it. Their family has it.
Well, they were inoculating you guys with some experimental drugs and stuff too over there.
I mean, when we went over there, I was a squad leader, and they come up to me and said everybody's got to take these 5 white pills, So
Why they got to be white?
They're
I've been to that party too.
little white pills, I was like, oh, here comes the fucking song, and I had to stand in front of each of my men and put a tab in their mouth in the morning.
Make sure that they took it.
Make sure they swallowed it, and then I had to go in front of another squad leader, and we had, a week later after.
Well, there's the sirens. They're coming for us.
A week later after the pills are gone, they come back. Hey, don't take them pills.
Too late, man. Like Cheech and Chong. Hey, man, don't do that one.
No. Yeah, wow. Yeah.
Oh,
wow. Yeah, man.
I could get all the guys
You just
together.
took the most acid I've ever seen.
Yeah. I could get all the guys together and we can all shit together, and maybe then you can pick through it. But other than that, you ain't getting that.
Sorry.
I mean, there were shots. I believe that we got a Amtrak shot to counteract
anthrax.
Yeah, the counteract.
Amtrak's a train.
The counteract
Anthrax,
the chemicals.
anthrax,
It was a train.
Shit over there.
Big inoculation into my vein.
But yeah, I mean, we got a lot of shit.
Well,
well, look how long it took for the government to fucking admit that Agent Orange fucked people up.
Yeah.
That was what, the 90s?
Yeah.
20 years after Vietnam, they start. Oh yeah, I guess there was some problem.
We might have had some improprieties with the chemicals. Sorry.
Yeah,
Well,
it's fucked up.
A lot of people don't realize what it was a short war. It was 30 days.
Yeah.
And you guys saw
days, wasn't it?
Maybe it was 100 days. Okay.
That was a 100-hour war.
100-hour
war.
Right.
That's what it was.
Fourth largest army in the world, and we took down in 100 hours.
But
America.
You met my cousin several years ago. He was here in town. He's riding one of my bikes. We were scooting around, and he was over there with you. He was in infantry, but he was the part that was watching them bulldoze the people right into the fucking into the desert, man. I mean,
there's many
bulldoze them right over.
Iraqi soldiers that are buried in the desert.
Just
in the bunkers.
We showed up with bulldozers and
bulldoze them right in.
Bulldoze them right in. Yeah.
What was the highway of death?
That was a highway that came out of Kuwait up into Iraq. It bypassed.
It was like the road from Kuwait to Syria.
Yeah,
right?
They call it Highway to Hell.
Yeah.
Highway to Hell. That's what it was.
And what happened there is when we come in, the Iraqi soldiers went into Kuwait. They raped, pillaged, killed. I mean, they did so many fucking things horribly that it just can't imagine. I got goosebumps, man. You
No,
know,
Sodom
'cause,
was a cocksucker, man.
Yeah.
That fucker got
kill,
what he deserved.
Oh yeah.
the kill houses and
Yeah.
stuff. You know, I mean, just the hooks they used and
Yeah.
the bottles they made the males sit on and
Oh, I mean,
you know, I mean they.
you heard the horror stories, you know.
It was sick. You know,
Yeah, man. I mean,
fuck.
it's
You know?
one of those deals where, yeah, how do you know, everybody likes to fucking get all PC and say that we need to stay out of other people's affairs, other countries' affairs, America, that is. But, who would we be as a country if we saw this shit going on all over the fucking world and we didn't step in and say, hey, knock that shit the fuck off. If not, we're going to fucking wipe you the fuck out. I'm proud to be fucking part of a country that stands up for fucking right.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I'm proud to fucking be around guys like you that fucking stood up when the fucking call was fucking made. Hey, we need people to go over there and fucking put this guy in his fucking place, man.
Well, I actually,
You should be proud of that shit.
Yeah. Well, let me finish the story on
No,
that.
please, go
No,
right
no,
ahead.
no, no. Don't finish it.
Well, you can if you want.
Please.
We're a shit show.
We are a traveling.
We
soon to be a
start out
traveling show.
low and we fucking taper off.
It
from
just
there.
gets worse.
Yeah.
We have not explored the lower end yet. We haven't got there yet.
We have.
Give us
yet-
time. Give us
Hey,
time.
where were we, man?
Fuck,
Episode
I thought you were
22.
keeping track.
Episode 21.
It's
Well,
22.
Anyways,
This is 22.
when
Yeah.
when
Yeah, no shit.
when we
We're getting up there. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
when we decided to bomb and shit like that, the Iraqi soldiers were stealing citizens' cars, whatever they could get their loot on and out of Kuwait. They were trying to get back into Iraq, and they never made it. You know what I
No.
mean?
Yeah.
Well, Highway to Hell, man, was fuck. It was. I mean, cars. You can see where the warthogs came through with their 30 mics, you know, and you see the holes in the blacktop, you know,
Yeah.
and then you see the track and the holes through it, and fucking burnt out, you know, fucking dudes fucking burnt, and
Yeah, man.
you know, they all fucking died in one spot, you know, because the Air Force fucking just kicked the shit out of them in there, you know, and when you go up there, that's where I was stationed at, up there by Basra, Iraq, and I was at Camp Monterey, and there's like 3 checkpoints that you got to go through before you get up there, because we were the furthest unit north at the time. As everybody was drawn back, we were 1,000-man security force, task force, and yeah, it was just fucking wild, because you know when you go through it, it's a single lane, you know. I mean, it was a highway, but with all the carnage and everything, you know, it just became a one-way, curvy around vehicles, and you couldn't stop in there because there were still live ordnance, you know, laying all over the place. A lot of people, you know, they like to shop for souvenirs and shit.
Yeah.
And our motto was, if you didn't drop it, don't fucking pick it up.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's probably a good thing. Yeah.
You know. So
Just talk to Stumpy over there.
We lived by that because, like I said, you know, all the ordnance that was falling from the fucking skies, some of it didn't go off. You know?
Yeah, that'll happen.
So it just lays there. Well,
they're still
happens,
uncovering
you know?
grenades and shit from World War II over,
yeah.
you know. I mean,
There's a section of France that you can't go to.
Yeah.
Because there's so many unexploded fucking artillery shells
Well,
and shit.
Kuwait will never be landmine free because of so many landmines. I mean, you used to see the Pakistan army probing for mines, and they weren't using mine detector sweepers. They had these long fucking bamboo. Shit you not. They're online.
I don't want that job.
No.
Yeah,
No.
They're online, and they all had a long fucking bamboo pole, and they'd fucking probe out, and then walk in, probe out, walk in, you know.
Balls of steel.
So I got to ask the question though. So you're over there at Kuwait, Iraq. You think there are any Iraqi bikers? Think there are any bikers over there? You know, right on Iraq for the U.S. forces got any.
There's got to be one.
Fuck you, Saddam, man. No,
No.
man. No, probably
When I was
no top tier clubs and
no,
you never know.
they-
You never know.
nothing like that. It was a pretty rogue when I was there.
I'm sure. You ever want to go back?
You know,
Like on vacation, which
Oh
sounds
yeah,
kind of fucked up.
of course.
Here's why it sounds fucked up,
You know?
but not fucked up, because my the guy that does our welding certification at where I work, Vietnam vet, did 4 tours, you know,
right?
and he actually married a Vietnamese woman,
Mhm.
and every spring he takes vacation over there for like fucking like 90 days,
Yeah.
like he's like from like February to like May.
That's
He
healing
just-
process. For me
Yeah,
and
he's
shit,
like, you know, because, you know, I mean, first of all, this guy, like, you've seen the movie Gran Torino.
Yep.
That's exactly who this guy reminds me of. Clint Eastwood from Gran Torino. Talks that way, acts that way. Just
God bless him.
yeah, oh yeah.
God bless him.
You know,
vet,
shout
man.
out to Frank Junkum. He does not give a fuck. I mean, you know, he'll be sitting there telling you how to do like a fucking like he'll tell you how to like fix your welding or whatever. You know, like, oh, you need to fucking, you know, hold it like this, and then he'll go off on a tangent about how the Swiss are fucking cowards. You know, like just that fluidly, you know, like you gotta hold that thing steady as possible. You don't want to shake like a goddamn Swiss during World War II and hide Hitler's gold for him. You know, I mean, yeah, I mean, he's that kind of dude.
Love that shit.
So I was just, you know, and, you know, I'm just curious, man. I mean, have you ever thought about maybe taking a trip? Because Kuwait's pretty friendly to the U.S., right? You could go
Well,
there if you wanted to and not have to worry about getting your head fucking chopped
it's
off.
very westernized.
Yeah.
When I was there, a lot of places were off limits due to
Yeah.
the fact that
I don't recommend going to like
after the
Ramadi.
war, a lot of Kuwaiti people have relatives in Iraq.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, whatever. And when we finally took Kuwait back and let Kuwaiti military roll in first, it was weird.
Yeah. That sounds like an understatement.
But you know, so they would hide out their
Sure.
cousins or relatives. You know, so there's certain parts of towns that was off limits because it wasn't safe.
Now,
You know,
were there any strip clubs over there?
Mongo had a whole lot of fucking strip club stories,
well,
but he wasn't in. Well, he wasn't.
yeah,
He didn't have strip club stories because he was in the second Iraq.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the one that we're still kind of sort of fucking
Yes,
around with.
Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, any of that region over there. No.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean,
Yeah,
she
well,
gets-
no, it's a
does she like
very
strip-
different culture over
Does she
there.
get up like and show
As-
6 inches of her ankle or something, and the guys go fucking spank it? I
I
don't know. I mean,
In fact, when
Put a
I,
Help me
dollar
out.
in her sandal.
right.
Yeah.
Help me out here. You know?
in fact, before I went up to Kuwait, we used to jump the back wall
Yeah.
and go into the town,
Oh.
and we'd, you know, because
Yeah.
they open up their shops at night because it's cooler over
Did you eat
there.
some crazy food?
No, I was trying to find the pink peaties because the pink peaties had the hash in it. So,
Wait, what?
Yeah, they're cigarettes, and they come in like a teepee.
Like corned beef hash?
No. They look like fucking
I see what
joints rolled up in pink paper.
Oh, like
Oh.
it's a
Yeah.
smoking substance.
Yes, and
I have never
it's
heard of
called
it.
a pink peaty. And
Oh.
the pink peaty, the real pink peaties, have hash in it. You know, so in hash you lose your head over there if you get fucking
Oh.
caught.
Right.
You know, so everyone I was talking to or trying to talk to, pink peaty, oh, minute, meaning you're crazy, and they go like this. You know.
Yeah.
You lose your head for that, you know.
Well, you know, I got a good friend of mine. I didn't what Pink Petey. Did you find Pink Petey?
No. Well, we did, but they weren't the real pink peaties.
Oh.
You could taste the what do you want to call it? The scent or the
Mm,
what's it called? You know.
yeah. But they had the flavor, but
Yeah,
not
you could taste the flavor of
kind of like
the
a
additives, whatever the fuck.
kind of
they
like a
put in
near
there.
beer, like a near beer, right?
If you had said people losing their heads and stuff, now I had a friend I went to high school with. We called him. I'm not going to say what we called him. But he was a school teacher for the U.S. government, like for the bases and stuff over there. And he was in Saudi Arabia. I saw him at our 15th, 20th year reunion. And he had just gotten back from over there, and he was like, "Man," he said, "that's fucked up over there." He said, "I was in the airport." He said he was in the airport over there, and he watched a beheading happen. They had some foreigner who had like gotten caught with heroin, and boom, you were done. Like there was no court. There was the head came off right there, you know, and it's probably got to linger in your head a little bit, you know.
Their war on drugs is a lot more strict than ours.
More exact, yeah. No prison time.
How we moved around over there sometimes.
A little off the top.
Would be by a bus, you know,
Yeah.
and these third world workers from different countries around there working for the government, you know, and they'd be your bus drivers, so they would be in the compound with you pretty much all the time, and it fucking was creepy, man, because they would squat all day. They would fucking squat, you know, not sit, squat, and they'd stare and watch.
What were they watching for?
I have no idea, but it made everybody fucking paranoid and shit.
Yeah, well, that would make me paranoid.
Well, when you drive in these buses, when they take you somewhere, when you go off base, all the fucking windows are covered up.
Oh, no shit.
Fucking air is blowing. Yeah, it's air conditioning and
Nice.
shit. So yeah, you know, I mean, so you never know. Hey, you know, is this a suicide bomber?
Yeah.
we didn't have suicide bombers at that time in that conflict, you know. They haven't come up with the idea yet, you know.
Yeah.
Well, we probably had to give it to him first.
So,
you know.
so
how it works.
Seems like a shitty tactical fucking maneuver.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna blow myself up. I saw the kamikazes do it in World War II. It seemed like a good idea.
So all of that happened to you, and then you come home and get on a motorcycle, and it's all shit still banging around in your head.
Yeah.
And so now here you are, and you're on motorcycles, and you're living the life, living the dream.
So I got one more question to ask.
Is it like
Now that we're running on time, but you know, fuck it. But I want to ask this one question.
Fuck it on the biker's lifestyle.
Yeah, it's like fuck it.
Yeah, I got almost killed last night.
Yeah, you did tell us about that. You want to talk about it now?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Dude, if you're fucking looking, watching,
I don't think he's part of our audience.
well, if you are, we're 15 feet apart from one another. You had the gun. You had to jump on me. You're lucky my fucking dog barked at you, because otherwise, dude, you had to jump on me. You know, and
So what did this guy do?
this fucking dude, young black dude,
No.
fucking 12:30 at fucking night. I'm letting my dog out. I'm
Yep.
standing behind the fucking wooden gate fence.
Yeah.
And I'm facing towards the end of, you know, towards the driveway. And all of a sudden I caught this movement.
Yeah.
And I see this black dude fucking at the end of my driveway. He looks around real, you know, like nobody's watching. Well, he comes up my driveway tactically.
Yeah.
And he has his hand in his pocket, and he got 15 feet from me, man. And I yelled at him 4 fucking times, "Beat it, dude, beat it." He got almost to the door. My dog barked, you know, and he stopped, and all of a sudden he goes, and he looks at me, and he goes, "Can I count my change under your light on your porch?" I said, "Beat it, dude," you know. Well, then he turned and started walking sort of fast, you know.
Yeah.
And he still had his hand in his fucking pocket, you know, and there was a bulge in there.
Mm.
Well, if somebody walks up on you on a fucking calm fucking night, even though there's a breeze last
That's like
night,
1 o'clock in the morning.
12:30 at night.
12:30 at night.
My fucking light's on.
Yeah.
My door's open, and voila, I want to count my change under your fucking porch light. You're
Here.
a fucking punk, man.
Yeah.
And
in the middle of residential neighborhoods here. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
No shit.
And no, you didn't want to count your fucking change,
Hey, you're
dude.
trying to rip me off.
You were gonna fucking rob me, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
the fucking world's going to fucking hell, man.
Well, it is 2020.
Dude, I'm
after all,
telling you,
you
man.
know.
Well, I went over, knocked on my neighbor's door,
Yeah.
got them up. Bubba grabbed his pistol. Pops grabbed his pistol. So I got my neighbors out there standing with their pistols and shit, you know?
Neighborhood watch.
Neighborhood watch. And we got the cops buzzing around looking for this guy and shit, you know. Well, the one cop showed up, and he's a dick about it, Janesville. And he, you know, he goes, well, how do you know the guy had a gun? And he didn't have change in his pocket. I says, well, when someone's walking down the sidewalk, or when they come tactically up, walking fast up your driveway, and if you got a pocket change, sir, you're going to hear that change moving around, especially when your hand is moving around in your pocket. You'd hear that fucking change. I said, I didn't hear no change, sir. I said, now I've been in a lot of strange positions. I've been in a lot of strange, weird fucking shit.
Yeah.
But why would you want to count fucking change
At
at
12:30
at night
in the middle of
in
a
the middle of
residence.
the fucking night
Yeah.
at my fucking house,
Yeah, where you live, right?
where I live?
Yeah, it's not like you're near, like
And I've
shopping
never seen,
areas.
yeah,
or
I've never
something.
seen this dude before
Yeah.
in my life, you know. Well, earlier that day, I was up in Madison. I had to pick some parts up. My mom and my sister happened to see a young black dude ride behind a bike. Well, he come by the first time slow, gawking in my garage. Turned around, came back
Yeah,
slower,
There you go.
gawking in my garage. Well, my sister went out there, closed it up, you know. And
Yeah.
well, I'm telling you what, man, it's getting to the point where I keep telling there's going to be bodies on the fucking street here
Well-
shortly.
I mean, it's obvious to anybody who's been listening that you've seen a fair share of your own shit, right? You've lived a life, right?
So
I've
your
lived it.
intuitions are
So-
probably pretty good.
So
Yeah.
let's say this. Let's say I give you a magic fucking Harry Potter wand, and I say, fix America's problems. What do you do first? What do you think would fix America's problems? If you could do anything, you got a magic wand, what would you do first?
Good question.
I would definitely get rid of the politics that we have
Mm.
now.
The current political system.
Political system that needs to be crushed, walked out of Washington, D.C. by their fucking snout, kicked in the ass and told them never come back.
Yeah.
You know, when you make a career out of it and you start making up your own fucking shit because the corporations are paying you to do it, and you take an oath when you take that
Yeah.
office, you know, protect and serve, and blah, blah, blah. Well, then you slap us in the face by doing what your original agenda was.
Oh, you know,
No. That's where it all fucks up.
They go to Washington
You
for
know.
40 years, and then they're going to campaign on how they're
Yeah.
going to freaking fix everything.
I
They
promise.
would have fucked it all up to begin
Yeah.
with.
I've been in office 40 years. I promise. You didn't do a fucking thing when you
Yeah.
were
Why
40
should I
years.
believe you're going to change
Yeah.
it now?
You know, you've done everything opposite what you said you were going to do.
Well, you know, and
Yeah.
they've got us all thinking that it's a Democratic or Republican thing, and they're taking away from the fact it's a political thing.
Yeah.
Both parties do it.
Yeah.
Like it's all of them. It's politicians. It's not the Democrats. It's not the Republicans. It's all of them together.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, we see it. We see the infighting and all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure at 6, 7 o'clock at night they're going off to the bars, having dinner with each other, freaking drinking, and
Oh, yeah.
going to the whorehouses and the opium dens and
Yeah.
the pizza places where they're eating babies or whatever the fuck the other conspiracy theories
Happens more than
say.
you think.
It probably does. You know, I mean, I don't know what to say.
No, I mean what you're trying to say is that you basically get a system that is designed to give you the false sense of
Security.
a choice, right?
Yep.
Here's your choice. You got well, let's look at the presidential campaign right now, right? You got one dude who's in his 70s, right? Has zero political fucking experience up until he became the fucking president, right? He's a goddamn game show host and a real estate fucking mogul, right? Versus a dude that's been in politics for what, 33 plus fucking years?
40 some years, I think.
Creeping people out, man, smelling babies.
Sniffing people like there's no fucking tomorrow, like they got fucking coke in their fucking hair or something.
What was the one there? That 14-year-old girl or whatever. 14-year-old girl.
Right?
And Biden looks at her and he goes, "Boy, you're well endowed." I'm like, dude, that's just creepy, man.
And obviously has fucking some sort of dementia. Obviously.
Let's get the guy some help.
Was I
Please.
supposed to say that? What,
Yeah.
what am I doing?
Yeah, sitting there grabbing his wife,
Yeah.
calling it, oh, my sister. Oh, no, you guys changed. I'm Jill's husband. Like, what the fuck did that guy just say?
Yeah.
Now they got him going. And
Yeah.
they're doing a.
Oh, they're doing the voiceover?
voiceover to make it look
Yeah.
like he's talking normal.
Are they using like a really cool voice? It's
Yeah.
like James Earl Jones
Yeah.
voice, you know? That'd be awesome.
Yeah. You know what really pisses me off about that bullshit?
What's that?
You know, these politicians and shit. You know, I mean, I don't know,
They don't give a fuck, man.
they don't. You
No,
know,
all they
and-
care about is getting reelected. That's
Yeah.
all they care about.
They just want to have power, maintain power,
you
get
know,
their friends power, just to make a fucking dollar.
Yeah.
And like a sucker, we go to the fucking polls and we put all our fucking hope and change into one fucking dude.
Yeah.
And what happens? Not a goddamn thing. They just take more of our fucking rights. You got this fucking asshole Joe Biden
Yeah.
fucking saying all you need is a shotgun for personal defense.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Don't tell me what the fuck I do or don't fucking
Yeah.
need, especially since your fucking party is fucking talking about defunding cops.
A gun is a gun.
So you want to take
is a
away
gun.
you want to take away my fucking ability to defend myself. At the same time, you're going to defund the only fucking people you say is going to defend me
Yeah,
after
no
you take
shit.
away my fucking guns. How about you shut the fuck
How
up?
about?
Yeah.
You know?
How about?
I mean, I've never been a fucking Trump fan ever, you know, because I think the guy's he's just basically an asshole, and he's fucking, he trolled his way into the fucking White House. I truly believe that. However, the brilliant part about Donald Trump, right? The most brilliant part of Donald Trump is he actually listens to what people have to say. And I don't mean people as in like his fucking,
No,
Republican
the common
counterpart.
man.
He that
does.
motherfucker's
He
on
does.
social media going, I wonder what people are talking about. Oh, they're talking about immigration. Well, I'm going to start talking about building a fucking wall. And then, oh, by the way, I'm going to start trying to get that wall built.
Yeah.
Now, he might be doing it for personal fucking gain. Yeah, probably is. And he might be an asshole. He fucking is. But at the same fucking time, as far as my lifetime goes, he's the only fucking president who has actually tried really hard to get done everything that he said he
All
wanted
his
to get
campaign promises.
So
I know.
he's doing what he said he was going to do.
No,
you know?
nobody is as wrong as they've made this guy out to be
Oh,
during
I
his
know.
presidency.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, don't get me wrong. The guy's
'cause-
fucking...
oh yeah,
Because
no,
Hillary
no
didn't
doubt.
get in there.
No,
That's why this whole fucking
It's a
thing
big
is
hissy
gone,
fit.
You know?
One big fucking
the whole
hissy
point...
fit.
The
Poor
whole,
Hillary didn't get in.
the whole point I was trying to make is, to what you were saying, the U.S. political system is so fucked up that a guy like Donald Trump actually makes sense.
Yeah, he does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like these are the two best candidates this fucking strong-ass nation can come up with. A fucking former game show host
Yeah.
and an absent-minded 30-plus-year-old politician that likes to sniff fucking little girls.
Yeah.
These are our only two
These
choices.
are our choices. Yeah.
Yeah. Here, you want to be in charge of the free world? First, you got to either be a game show host and fucking tell people you're fired, or you got to sniff fucking teenagers
Yeah. I don't.
and have fucking dementia.
Yeah, my computer just fucking spit something I forgot about.
Yeah.
What I was saying was that what I don't like about the fucking government, well, you can say Democrats or Republicans, okay?
Yeah.
What I don't like is when you're hearing them talk and they say, this is what the Democrats want, this is what the Republicans want. Well, are you speaking for yourself, or all these Democrats on the street thinking the same thing that you're fucking saying,
Well-
or the Republicans thinking the same? Why don't you do a poll, a real fucking poll,
A real one.
and
A
see
real one.
what Democrats
Have
really
you ever
want.
been polled? Have they ever asked you
No.
your opinion? No,
I've
I
never
never.
been
My phone's
polled.
never rang, so I
No.
don't know where the fuck they're asking
So
these
when they
polls at.
say this is what we want, you know, this
Right?
is-
I don't know.
Yeah, I
where.
have no idea.
how do you know that's what I want as a Republican or a Democrat?
I don't know who the fuck Gallup
You never,
is.
you never talk to me about it.
Yeah.
You never, you know, when you're speaking, nobody can ask you questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
you're just throwing shit out
Well,
there
they're
with
just
the
pandering
right.
to their base.
Yeah, you're just throwing shit out
Yeah.
there with the writer wrote for you to fucking say.
here's the one thing I like about Donald Trump, and I had to think about this for a little bit, is I would rather get the answer from him instead of the politicized fucking version, the politically correct one from some politician. Because Trump will tell them right where they stand. What about this guy? Oh, that guy is a jerk. You know, he's this, he's that.
Fake news.
There is no political correctness with him. And I would much rather have that out of a politician.
Well, I mean,
I would.
here's my beef with Donald Trump, right? Well, I mean, it is what it is, but here's my beef, right? I understand says what he thinks, right? And he speaks his mind, he always tells the truth, and I get it. However, if you're the president of the free fucking world, right, you got to be a leader. Okay, you got to take charge. You got to say, this is what we're doing. This is how we're going to fucking get there. And not fucking go off on stupid-ass fucking reporters to say stupid-ass fucking shit.
I can't agree with you more than
Okay?
that.
Fuck those people, right? Okay, first of all, I don't care who's the president. The reporter is there to trip you up to try to get a story.
Yeah,
That's
they gotta
all
get
they
that-
want is a story.
They want that gotcha moment.
They want that gotcha moment. They want to trip you up. What
Yep.
newspapers do you read, right? They want to say some shit, right?
Yeah.
You can't battle them. You can't fucking be like, oh, you're fake news. You can't do that because then you look like a crazy asshole.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You got to be fucking like, well, that's your opinion. But here's what we're doing. We're going to move forward. We're going to be fine. We're America. Fuck you.
Well, you know, the whole and the whole thing with it, that too, is on that same note, is that this guy's going to be damned if he does and damned if he doesn't. Or whatever this
Yeah.
guy does,
Yeah.
it's going to be wrong.
Yeah.
And so, just
Yeah.
why doesn't he just do what the fuck he wants anyway? Then just
I don't
do
think
it.
he knows.
I don't
and let's
think.
be honest. I mean, everybody like this COVID shit that's happening, right?
Yeah,
Dude, the fucking World Health Organization got it wrong in the beginning.
yeah,
Old fucking Fauci, whatever the fuck his name is, was telling people in March, don't wear a mask, it's not going to help. And in May, he's like, yeah, you guys need to get masks, man. They really help. I mean, dude,
wear
nobody
the
knows
mask.
what the
Don't
fuck's
wear
going
the
on.
mask. It's the right mask.
Isn't
it's
that
the wrong
something?
mask. I
In-
mean,
in 7 months,
Yeah,
in 7 months, the American
less than.
people have crumbled
Oh,
yeah,
and listened and followed exactly what the government was trying to do. You got that percentage that are saying "fuck you," you know, because we have a constitution,
I'm in that percentage.
and
mhm.
then you got the other guys that will get on the fucking train because the government told them to get on the
Yeah.
fucking train.
I don't like trains.
You know,
Well,
and the other thing I don't like. Every time there's a fucking election,
Yeah.
okay? I don't care if it's Republican or Democrat. They're pitching the same fucking thing year after year.
Same
Insurance,
bullshit. Oh yeah.
pay raise,
Oh, yeah.
fucking this and that. Well, if we haven't got that shit yet from
yeah,
6 presidents ago that's been promising
What
us
the fuck
that
makes you
shit,
think we're gonna get
what
it now?
makes you get-
yeah.
and
Oh,
then we
you
get-
got the answer?
yeah, then we get the bullshit Obama
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
package.
Oh,
know?
I know, man.
Oh my lord, come on, man.
But
Well-
You know, like I said, you can't give the average American that's giving fucking his money to you because you're ripping us off, you're extorting us.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're telling the man, well, you're not worth $15 an hour.
Yeah.
You're not worth $17 an hour. You're not worth $12 an hour. But I'm telling you what we're gonna do. You guys are all free, you know, gonna be staying at the same pay raise.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're gonna give you like $2.50 raise.
yeah,
My bad. But
yeah. I mean,
all of a sudden, guess what? Everybody in fucking Senate and Congress got $100 and some
yeah.
$1,000 fucking raise.
yeah, I know,
Where do we
man.
get off on that?
I know. Let's move things around here a little.
Well, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I got to take a piss.
Well, then go take a piss.
Okay, you want to keep this going?
I am, because I'm gonna ask Brother O a question.
Okay, great, because I'm going to, yeah.
Well, it's the same.
Sorry.
What? Everybody knows our politics already,
It's
brother.
the sandwich.
Talk
Uh,
about no, it was
yeah.
a fucking, it was
It's
two
a
bottles of
sandwich.
water.
Subway, man.
He's gonna get another drink too.
Well, I might as well. I
Yeah. Well, it's known here. We're episode 22. Dirty and I've talked about it many times. We're both admitted libertarians with leanings towards anarchy, and not anarchy like what they're trying to sell out there on television, but we're talking the anarchy, the true anarchy of self-governance. So self-governance, that's what we believe in. And also we here at the Bikers Lifestyle, we're not big on law enforcement. We don't hate them, but we sort of feel a lot better when they're not around. But you know, all cops are bastards. How do you feel about law enforcement? And specifically law enforcement motorcycle clubs?
Well, I'll tell you a quick story.
Please.
And I told my 82-year-old dad this is where my fucking attitude came from. I was in high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And me and my stepbrother get off the bus. And down in Twin Lakes, Officer DeMarco was the cop back then, you
Yep.
know, him and Zembel. And he arrested me and my brother getting off the bus.
Yep.
Questioned us without my parents there.
Mm-hmm.
took us down, booked us,
Yep.
and he blamed us for burning down old folks' home that
Okay.
was in our subdivision.
Right.
Well, we sat and watched it burn in my bedroom, or my brother's bedroom, with my dad and my stepmom and my sisters.
So you guys got picked up by him. Fast forward, what happened?
Yeah,
What was the outcome?
they called the old man. The old
Uh-huh.
man come down, give him
Yeah.
a scare tactic. You know, they did. The boys, no, they didn't do
Yeah.
it. You know, just give them the scare tactic. Well, the scare tactic was a bunch of bullshit to me. So ever since then, I told my 82-year-old father that that's where I got the attitude from the cops. I don't trust cops. I just don't feel right when they're around.
I mean, there are good cops out
Yeah,
there
well-
that can be trusted,
well-
but I agree. It's hard to trust them as a whole,
Yeah,
as a rule.
I mean, when you get pulled over and they fucking tell you to shut the fuck up, I'm in charge.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna tell you.
Well,
and,
so
you know,
what about law enforcement motorcycle clubs? How do you feel about them?
dude? Why are you in our world? You know, why are you in our world? I don't understand why.
What happened there?
You know,
I don't know. It was pretty weird, man. We're still recording.
Cool.
what? Yeah, I don't understand why they're in our world. What? Why?
Here's my
Yeah.
point with the when it comes to cop clubs.
Well, I'll tell you what, brother.
Entirely professional podcast.
Oh yeah. Well, I told
We
you
need
we're-
a producer. It's what we need.
would somebody help us produce, please?
We
So
need
we don't
a
have to
producer.
fucking. Because I'd much rather just deal with this instead of have to deal with that. And
Are you
this.
in the southern central
Yeah, right.
Wisconsin area and you want to hear fucking drunk bikers fucking ramble on about random shit all the fucking time?
Yeah.
Bikers Life Podcast is for you. The pay is $0.
Yeah.
It is $0. You need to know that it's an internship at this point.
Well.
Okay? You're going to learn how to be a drunken biker rambling. That's it.
Yeah.
That's-
Well,
I'm not even drunk this episode.
no.
I stayed sober this whole time.
But just in case this other one camera's not picking shit up, let's
Which camera?
let's try to wrap some stuff
It's
up
still
here.
it's still rolling. No, I want to talk about cock clubs though real quick because now I'm on my soapbox now. Here's the thing, right? Like there's cop clubs out there that are legit. And what I mean by legit is they're not trying to be anything other than what they are, right? Like you got these guys, you know, and I'll even fucking be courteous. I'm not going to throw their name out there, but you have cop clubs out there. They have a cop sounding name. They do, you know, they have a cop club type, you know, insignia, you know, center patch that you know right away that's a cop club. These guys are cops and they ride motorcycles and they're in this club, right? I can get behind that. I really can, because it's like, all right, I understand cops are people too, and I understand cops like to ride fucking motorcycles. Why they want to join a club or why they want to start their own club makes sense to me, because ain't nobody going to let them join their fucking club. No real club's going to let them join their club, I should say. So that makes sense to me. What doesn't make sense to me are these fucking cop clubs that are cop clubs, but yet they make their club look like a 1%er club, or make themselves look like an outlaw type club, right? They got some scary ass fucking center patch, typically has guns on it, typically they got some fucking name that's like fucking hardcore, like, you know, whatever, insert hardcore name here, like the Killer Cobras from fucking AR-15 land or whatever the fuck, you know. They got these fucking bottom rockers, they're fucking got the side rockers, they got all the fucking shit that they saw fucking Jax Tellerware and Sons of Anarchy on their fucking vest, and they're out there parading around like fucking hardcore fucking badasses trying to fucking start shit in fucking bars.
Yeah.
And then, oh, by the way, we're cops, so you can't touch us.
Exactly.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah, because as soon as something goes down and somebody gets shot,
Well,
9 times out of 10, those guys are the ones that they get to go free.
Yeah.
And it's happened to.
Somebody gets stabbed.
Oh
or
yeah.
whatever.
Shot, just outright killed and shot. Oh yeah, they're fucking done.
I mean, let me take my vest off, put it in my fucking saddlebag,
Yeah,
and then
hold
put
on.
on my fucking insert local police name fucking shirt on and fucking act like the good guy.
Yeah, no
Fucking
shit.
assholes.
Well, I think we're gonna start wrapping this up, brother.
Brother O. I just do that to piss tank off.
He
Brother
does.
O.
He does.
I do. Brother O. Everybody has a final thought. like a saying. Gopher had "Don't be a douchebag."
That was the best one yet.
He
actually.
does, and I keep bringing it up. What was Chelsea's that was last week that everybody else already knows if they watched the
man.
end of it? Because I don't remember because I haven't seen it since we filmed it, and that was a week ago.
I can't remember.
Fuck. So Gophers was "Don't be a douchebag." Hammers was "Play stupid games, win stupid prizes." What do you got for us?
Yeah.
What saying do you have? We're putting you on the spot.
How about knee deep, elbow tight?
Knee deep,
Knee
elbow
deep,
tight.
elbow tight.
I like that for
What's
a
that
t-shirt.
stand for?
You're in the shit.
Yeah,
Right on.
that's
Well,
awesome.
We're going to leave it right at that, and just want to say thanks a lot for our 7 listeners that we got out there. We also want to give a big shout out to Hollywood over there at HarleyLiberty.com and Insane Throttle Biker News.
Yeah, that dude supports the hell out of us.
He sure does. Thank you very much. There's some other guys out there that have been
I don't
following
even know
us
if we
too.
deserve it, but he does it.
I don't know, right? We're a shit show. I mean,
Yeah.
fuck.
Sorry.
I don't know what to tell you at this point in time. But, you know, we get some good comments and people seem
That's
to be, and
all right.
it's almost like fucking therapy for us. So, you know, and keep in mind, too, I hate the biker's lifestyle. We're going to get those. So send your comments in, all the feedback. And if you tell us how bad we fucking are and agree with us as to what a shit show we have, we'll send you a sticker. It says,
Yeah.
I hate the biker's lifestyle podcast.
That's right.
And I just want to remind everybody, the most dangerous part in your motorcycle is the nut that connects the handlebars to the seat. Fuck off.
Bye.
See ya.